Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. So, before our trainer starts, I would like to give you some reminders. First of all, please don't forget to access your Canvas account. It's very important for you to watch the recordings if you missed any sessions and to complete the quizzes that are on Canvas because this will be counted towards your attendance and receiving the certificate. So make sure that you access Canvas and that we will send the attendance form at the end of the session at 8:15 and it will be open until 8:30. So make sure that you fill your attendance in that window from 8:15 when we send it until 8:30. And if you have any question to Khalid during our session today, please feel free to put it on the chat. And concerning your question, Anna, there is no quiz for this week on Canvas because this week is purely practice. It's purely hands-on, so we did not put a quiz for it. Thank you for attending this session. And Khalid, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Elsie. Hello, everyone. Just make sure that you can hear my voice well, and I will share my screen. Please raise a thumb that you can see my screen whenever you are ready. Please make sure that you are able to hear me well and see my screen. Thank you. Thank you very much. So before we start, I will just give you a walkthrough on what we are going to perform today. Today you have received a new file that is hands-on. It's almost the same as the first one that you have seen last time, but I updated some things related to what we are going to do today in order to make things more practical. Also, I will send you now another link that includes the files that we are going to be using during the practice exercises. So please download. You will find two different things. One is an Excel sheet, and another one is a folder that contains files that are called invoices. Take your time, please download it and let me and Allah and notify me that you have downloaded these files, please. When you are done, please let me know. Okay. Ibrahim, please check that it contains the content that I talked about or I told you about, an Excel file, which is called Clinic Visits Annual Report, and also a folder that contains 10 PDF files that we are going to use later now on this day. Please make sure that it includes what I said. So if you are good and you have downloaded the file, I will just show that file to you in order to continue with our exercise. So this file is an Excel file that is a report that includes everything or every visits that were reported or recorded in our application that we created the last time. I just created this file as like bulk data in order to give you the idea behind that. So if we have created the application and the application was working for, let's say, a year, all we did is that I just created this report based on the contents of that year or of that application. Here are the doctor names that are working in our clinic. here is their specialization, and here is the every visit they had each month. So Dr. Anderson had these visits during the month, and as you can see, January, February, March, until the end of the year. Also, this is the same for all the doctors there. I would like to create a Power BI from this data sheet or from this Excel sheet. I can simply go with Power BI and import this sheet as a source for my information. And I can also create what is called an active sheet, which is a SharePoint list, which is an approach that I see better in order for us to understand how do we work with SharePoints. Because whenever we need to create an active data sheet or an active Excel sheet, we go with creating it or importing it to a SharePoint list so it will be available for everyone and can be collaborated over by the team that we are working with. So I have this document downloaded on my computer. You have it all now. The next step is I will go to SharePoint and create a SharePoint list from this file that I have. So where should I go now? I should go to SharePoint. The URL of the SharePoint is whenever you start typing SharePoint, you will be directed to your SharePoint environment, which is in the Office 365 environment. So this is the step you should now be doing. Let me know if you have access to your SharePoint lists. Of course, it will not look the same as my interface. It will look a bit different. You will be seeing your university's SharePoint. You will be seeing this on your screen. So if it's okay and you have access to the SharePoint, please let me know. And if you can see these available for you, let me know. Always drop on the chat.
Okay, Khalid, we have a question.
Yes, I saw the question. Ibrahim, whenever we need to have an active dashboard or an active data sheet, we create it as a SharePoint. So whenever things or numbers change on that SharePoint, it automatically will reflect on the dashboard that we have created. I told you this is one of multiple solutions we can use. We can simply go to the dashboard and create a, we can go directly to the Power BI and create simply a dashboard based on the Excel. But whenever an Excel sheet that was updated on my computer, this will not reflect directly to the Power BI report. But when I create a SharePoint, because it is an active data sheet, it will reflect directly to the Power BI. Was that clear, Ibrahim? Okay. Of course, you can use other sources, like you can go directly to the Dataverse. But since our Dataverse tables do not include enough information to create a dashboard, I wanted to show you the effect of big data, or not, it's not a huge data, but I wanted to show you something that reflects some results. That's why I created this report, and it will just guide you through different ways or different resources in Power BI. So are you all ready with me on the SharePoint site? It's on the, okay, it is here the same. SharePoint.com, whenever you have it available. If you don't have it available, please let me know. Whenever you start typing, of course, SharePoint.com, It is sharepoint.com. If you can't access it, please let me know. If you can also, please let me know. In either ways or results, please let me know. No, you are accessing our environment. I just want you to go with, let me just show you how you will do it. Okay, here you will be landing on this page. Press on the sign in.
Okay, guys, for the chat, don't click on the link that the trainer sent. Please follow the steps that he is showing you right now. And let us know on the chat if it works for you. You have to access your own university SharePoint. You can go to sharepoint.com and follow what Khaled will be doing now. Thank you.
And from here, you will go with sign in. Okay, all you need to put your email, the email that you use in university, and your password, and you will be logging into your SharePoint. So it will be someone, I don't know even your emails, at universityaddress.com. So you use here your accounts and you will be able to log in. Okay. Okay. Then it seems that your university does not give you the permission to sign in to the SharePoint. So what we are going to do is to follow the other path. Please, if you all receive the same result, it means that you do not have access to a public SharePoint. So what we're going to do now is to go with the other path. We are going to start. You have all downloaded the Power BI on your desktops. So what we am going to
Khaled,
do,
let's give them a minute, please, for them to confirm that they have all accessed, for the ones that SharePoint works for them, to confirm that they
I
accessed it.
guess I guess no one will have access since some of them doesn't have access, so others will not. But I will just give you one more minute to confirm that you are, if you are able or not to access the SharePoint. Let me know.
Okay, if you can access your university SharePoint, let us know, tell us down on the chat. If not, you can follow the steps that Khaled will be doing right now.
In any ways, we can reach the same result, so do not worry. All I needed is to add some additional knowledge to your database or to your information. If it is not working, we can just jump into the next solution. So don't worry about that. Okay, we can directly import the Excel file into our dashboard. So if it's not working, don't worry about that. But all I wanted to show you is that I can create a dashboard. I will do that quickly by using my own credentials to see the procedure, how it will be going. That's all, okay? Just don't worry about that. I will go into my SharePoint and show you how I will do that so you can have the knowledge about it. But we're going to import the file directly in our Power BI project. So what I'm going to do, you can follow on with me if you have the access. If you don't, you'll just continue from the next step from here. What I'm going to do is I will press on create. I will do that very slowly so that you can even write notes or follow on the screen if you can. If you can't, just write some notes and you will be able to do it. What I'm going to do now is I will press on the list. Okay. And I'm going to select from Excel. You can see all these steps on your document, the document that I set. Now I will press from Excel and you have the file on your computers. All you need to do is to press on upload file and go to where you have downloaded this file. I have it in my computer on the desktop. Well, I don't know where you have downloaded this file for yourself. Okay, you can just go to the source where you download it. Maybe you download it directly to your downloads folder. But for me, I have it here. I will press on it. I will select it and I will go with open. As you can see here, I have the fields of my Excel sheet that I have shown to you. These are the fields. Okay. Here, if I need to change the data type, if this is a number, I would select another. If it's a text, I will keep it as a text. So it automatically detected the data types. But in case I need to change something, all I need to do is to press on select the proper data type that I want. I can change these into single line of text because they are numbers and numbers can be treated in both ways. Okay, whatever you want, you can do that here. If you have a field that it might be a date, you can select it as a date. Okay, if you need to have a field that is multiple lines, you can also do that. So let's just finish all these that I will just select them all as a single line of text. If you ask me why do I select a number, select this as text, because working with text is easier if I am going to do something related to texting. But if I'm going to do calculations, I would keep it as numbers, okay? But since I'm also transporting this into the Power BI, I will just keep it now as single line of text, because I don't have to worry about it when I'm going with the Power BI, okay? Next, I will just give it a name. Let me just enhance it a bit. Sorry, this is here. I can give it also an icon, and I can give it a description. And here where I want to put it, I will keep it on my list, and I'll press on create. So
Okay,
now
guys, until now, can you let us please know on the chat if you are following with us, if it's all good? Thank you.
is everything clear until now, guys? Please let me know on the chat. All good. I have only one response. What about others? Please let me know. I don't want to rush. I want you to get the idea behind that. I need you to just be able to understand what I'm saying and perform it. If not, we'll go to the Power BI now. Okay, do you want me to wait a bit or just continue? Are you all ready to move to the next stage or to the next step?
Okay,
No,
Khalid, wait.
for the
Sorry.
ones who doesn't have access to SharePoint, you will be following up with me from this step I'm going to perform now. But let me know that everyone who has access to SharePoint is able or was able to do what I did. Now we're going to start with the next step. Now I have my Excel sheet ready or my SharePoint is also ready. But what I'm going to do is to import the Excel sheet to the Power BI. Now all you need to do is to open the Power BI by pressing on start and typing Power BI. You will find the Power BI desktop on your computers if you have downloaded it in the last time. Can you all access the Power BI? Again, I press on start, Power BI desktop, and open the Power BI desktop.
Khalid, quick question for those who did not have access to SharePoint. So they will follow you from this step, right?
Yes,
Onward.
yes.
They already
Now,
downloaded the Excel sheet.
yes, they already downloaded that. I asked them at the beginning.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Now we have the Power BI. It should be ready for every one of you. Are you on Power BI now? Can you open Power BI? Yes, that's great. Now we are all going to follow and upload the Excel workbook that we have downloaded at the beginning of the exercise, because not all of you have the ability to get the data from a SharePoint. But for the people who can access SharePoint, all they need to do is to get data from other sources. And here they will be looking for SharePoint. Okay, SharePoint list, and they will copy and paste here is the URL. What you're going to do is to go to your SharePoint here and copy the first part and paste it on SharePoint. And press on the OK. The first part, sorry. And here it is going to display all the SharePoint lists that you have on your environment. Okay, so you will select the sheet that you have created and continue. But for now, since we do not have access, not all of us have access to the SharePoint, we're going to import the data from Excel, the Excel file that you have downloaded. I will press on Excel. Why is it taking that much? Let me just reopen it again, and I press on Excel. Again, I will select the file from where I have downloaded that. This is the file. I'll press on Open. Here I can see the tables. Okay. Here are the information on my tables. Can you see that? Are you good until now? Please let me know if you are aligned with me and working on the same steps. Okay. I have a yes. I should have more yeses, and I guess it's okay for everyone. That's good. So if you have Mariam, we have sent at the beginning of the chat the resource related to the Excel file. Let me just again send it to you on the chat. This is the source. Here where you can download the Excel sheet, and also you will have another folder related. So now after I have uploaded the file, you are welcome. Now, if I need to transform the data or change anything, I press on the transform. But for our Excel sheet, it's already organized and has no issues. But maybe there are some fields here that I do not need. All I need to do is, after I see the month of December, then everything here is the same as the Excel file. I will show you the source file, how it is being done. And here you can see that it includes all the fields on the Excel file. So I guess we are good to just press on close and apply. Please let me know if you are on the same steps with me. And as everything is going fine with you, okay. Now I'll press on close and apply to move to the next step, which is the report creation. Here I have the table, which is the name of the information. As you can see here, I have like automated or automatically created functions like the summation for every month. If you press here on each month, you can see that everything is summed up in a way, or a measure was created. So here, if I need to see results on a visual dashboard, I would need to select which visual I would like to go with. I can select the table here and start adding the fields that I want. I am just selecting the months that I want to be seen on my dashboard. So it is summing the visits. Here is a table view. If I like to change the view into a chart, I can do that. It will change into a chart. Let me select all the months. Okay, here are the months. I can change it to this way, or maybe a pie, or whatever I want. I guess a pie is much preferred for everyone. I can even add another type of visuals like a card. And on this card, I will say I will add the total visits. Okay, I guess this number is not so accurate, but let me just check on that to see the functions that are being used. Okay. So if I need to do something additional to the summations or to the creations or to these functions that are here, I can select the function that I want, that was, or the measure that is here, that is already here, and I can just play around with that. I would go with minimum or maximum or count or whatever. So it will reflect on the sheet or on the table that I am using. Okay. All I need to do is to go to these calculations and even create new measures or whatever. Let me just now create a measure by adding a new quick measure. Let me just add a calculation for myself. What is the calculation that I want here? I can select different calculations. I would go with the average, maybe. And here I would go to select the data that I want to add. I will go with April, August, whatever I want from these. And it will just show me the average that I want. Okay, then I will select the sources. I don't select them all, just for sampling. I will press on add. And here I will see the measure that I have created. If I want to see it on the data sheet or on the visual dashboard, I will select the type of measure or the dashboard that I want, and I will put it in here. So it's just giving me numbers related to the information coming from these tables. In this way, let's say I am satisfied with what I have as a dashboard. The next step is to go to publish this dashboard in order to be able to see it in different applications that I have. All I need is to press on the publish. First, I will have to save it. I will give it a name, Clinic Annual Visits Dashboard. And the clinic is with a C, not with a K. Okay. Where do I want to put it? I can save it wherever I want. Save. Okay, where do I want to publish it? I want to publish it in my workspace. So whenever I go to find it, I will be seeing it on my workspace and I can share it with others. So it will be published now and it will be accessible from different Microsoft 365 applications that I have. So now I have my dashboard ready. I just created this dashboard from a SharePoint. Sorry, I showed you the way to do it from a SharePoint, and I also show it to you how to do it from an Excel sheet. And we already know or have seen how to create a dashboard from other sources like a website or like whatever we want. And if we need to create a dashboard, for example, from a data source, from another data source, all we need to do is to get data and select Where do we get data from? Maybe a dataverse, and this will show me the connection between everything that I have. Here are the dataverses that I have. I will go with CTS or Tech Training in the USA environment. This is where I have my application. And here it will show me the tables that I have created. Maybe it's not in the US environment, it is in the Tech Training environment. Here I should see the tables that we have created in the last session. Okay, here I should be seeing the tables that I have created. Where are my tables? No, they are not here. Did I do that on CTS default? I don't think so. But let me find these tables. I should be finding them here. Doctor. Doctor. No, it's not here. Do we have doctors here? This is the doctor. Even not here. Strange. Appointment. This is the appointment. It is here. Okay. I will select it. If I need to get other data, I will import the information from there. Okay, because we have updated the information, I need to apply the changes after it loads the information. So now we have seen how to add our information directly from the dataverse. And it will appear directly here on my data sources, and I can do what I did with other things, the same I did with it. This is the doctors. As you can see, this is the table that I have. Okay, I will just here add a table. And I will press on here, and it will show me all the names of the doctors that I have. Okay, let me know if everything was clear before I move to the next exercise. Was everything clear for you? Okay, that's great. Now let's see the next exercise, which is this is the one done. It's creating a dashboard. Now I will just quickly create with you a chatbot related to the application that we have created. How do we do that? I will just minimize this. I will close it later. I now will go to the Power Apps again. Power Apps. Okay, you can see this is Power Apps, make.powerapps.com. This is the link. I use make.powerapps.com. I will send it to you on the chat, and it is already on the file, make.powerapps.com. I guess this exercise will be fast because you already know the most of it because we have done that together, but I will move fastly on that in order just to remind you with the steps. So here I would go with pressing on the on more, and will select the chat bots. Okay, I have already one chatbot. I'm going to start with a new chatbot. The most important thing about the chatbot is to give it topics and give it knowledge in order to be able to answer me from the questions that I do ask it. Okay, Here is the Copilot asking me if it wants me to, I want it to help me, I will just skip it and will go with create. The agent name is agent. I can change it. Okay. If I need to start working with that, I would go with the knowledge. If the first thing I want to add to it is to change a bit on the looks of this chatbot. Hello, I am agent blah, blah, blah. I will just go to the topics here. Here I have the main topics. I can add my own topic, like from blank. If you see that on the steps here, you can see the topics that we are going to be adding, like how do I book an appointment? What are my upcoming appointments? I will move this away a bit and copy and paste these topics or in order to see. The phrases, again, are the phrases that will trigger the answers that I will add. Here I will press on edit. I will just add a couple of topics or phrases. This is just a reminder for us. I will press here, or what are my coming appointments, or what are the doctor names, whatever. So if I have this trigger, how do I book an appointment? I will give it an answer. Here I will fill the answer by a message. Let's say, please visit our website and give the website to the client. I'm just filling that on the fly, HTTPS, and the website would be www clinicfast.com, and I will click on here and just add this message. If I want to save that, I will save it. If I need to add any other phrases like what specialization does your clinic cover? Excuse me for not being so fast on that. Okay, I will add it. Then the same answer would be received. I will just manage it a bit, enhance the look. Okay, and I will press on the save. Now I have created the topic, which is, let me call it visits. Okay, save. If I need to add another topic like work hours or time, all I need is to create a new topic and add a phrase, what's your working hours, and give it the answer to that. I can do it easily or by creating new topics and just testing that. Here I would like to change also to add knowledge to my chatbot, if I need to test it, I will go here and I will say that I will ask it appointments. I will just type the word appointments. Okay. Let's see the answer. Please visit our website. So blah, blah, blah. It will answer from here. So this is the first thing is I added a topic and we can add as much topics as we want. The next important, which is adding knowledge from our application that we have created, which means that I would need to add topics or sorry, knowledge from my tables. So I would go with, again here, I press on knowledge, add knowledge, and I will select Dataverse. Guys, please let me know. Am I going fast or is everything understood for you till now? Please write on the chat any comments. If anything you didn't get, please let me know. But this is a reminder of what we have seen earlier. So please let me know if everything is good. Thank you, Aisha. That's good. Thank you, Zaid. Great. So now I will search for the tables I'm looking for. I would say doctors. It should find it. Doctor. Okay, I have the table doctor. I would link to that table and will press on next. Here it shows the names of the doctors that we have. Okay, next. And I will add this knowledge. If I need to add another table that includes other things, all I need to do is to follow the same steps and add it. Okay, I will add another table for the knowledge, also from the Dataverse. Let's see the tables that we have here. You know that we have all the tables of the Dataverse are here. So, but we're looking for our specific tables that we have created. We have created appointments, we have created doctors, we have created the patients, and we have created one more table. Now I would go with appointments. Okay, this is the table that's called appointment. And I will go with next. It will show me the data that are within my table account appointments table. If it's not the table I'm looking for, I would go with patient, maybe, I guess. This is the table patient. Yes, and I will go with next. So these are the tables. These are the information coming from the tables that we have created. And if you remember, we asked Copilot to fill some data samples for us. I will go with next and will press on add. Okay, we have to wait a bit for this status to be okay in order to make sure that it will be able to answer us from the tables. What if we upload an Excel file, we download it directly rather than using Dataverse? Does it make any difference? Well, if you download an Excel file, it's a standalone file, okay? So it will not be able to connect to other files because it's not connected to anything. But the idea behind using the Dataverse, it is that Dataverse is like, it's not like, it's tables that are connected to each other. So the AI will be able to extract information from all the tables that are connected together. But when we're working with Excel, so Excel can answer, or the bot will be answering only from that Excel file. Okay? But when we're talking about Dataverse, that's why we created the relationships between the tables, so it will be able to connect the information from these different tables. Is that clear? And don't be sad because you can add also this file. If you like, in addition to these tables, you can add any type of files you need. You can download here up to 100 files, as I guess, like PDFs, Word files, Excel files, to enrich the information of this chatbot. What I'm going to do to add now is I'm going to add a medical web page. Exactly, because the tables are already connected, and AI can use this connection to extract information from different tables. Now, what I'm going to use or to add is a public website related to health. This website is a very famous website that is called Everyday Health. I would have it like a resource also for my clients. Maybe it can answer them, or my patients, they will be able to answer some, it will be able to answer some of the questions related to health. I will add it. Let me close this one. Okay, and now I will press on add. Now, if you can see, I have the doctors ready, the patients ready, and the website is ready. So let's now test our chatbot. What are, what are, what's happening? The names of doctors. Before I press on enter, where do you think is it going to get this information from? From the doctor table, from the dataverse, exactly. So I will now, let me close this and press here. Let's see what is it going to show us. We have 20 doctors available for the appointment. Some of them include Dr. Anderson, blah, blah, blah. If I need to have all the information, I would go and press on here. These are the citations or references. If I press here, it will take me to a table that shows all the doctors with their specializations. Okay, if you can see here, these are the doctors that I have. Doctor blah, 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 doctor blah, blah, blah. And here, if I would go again to the other link, it might show me a better result, which is Dr. Anderson. He's a psychiatric. Dr. Brown is in neurology, whatever is there. So now I will go back here and ask another question, like a general health question. How do I take care of my children health? This is a general question. I didn't enter any data about that. I didn't enter any document related to that. What I did is I just added to the knowledge a health site, a general health site that might include these information. So let's ask this question and see the result. As you can see, it gave me like, you can follow these steps. These steps are 7 steps. I can read about that. I can just have a lot of questions with this chatbot. It can answer me about this. How about diabetes? Okay, let's see what it will give me. So here you have added information coming from a website. As you can see, I have the steps that I should be taking in order to see my diabetes or take care of my diabetes if it happens that I have this sickness. So I can now just try, after I finish testing and I'm satisfied with my solution, I will go first thing to settings, security, because I will display this bot on a general website that I have created. I should have no authentication because it is like for public. I will press on save. Okay, I will get back to the previous page, or I press on X here. It will take me again to that page. Now I would like to test the chatbot before I publish it. I would go to demo website. Where is that? What happened here? Go to demo website. There are risks should be reviewed. Oh, okay, it is not published. I should publish it. As you can see, it didn't open and it told me why. Okay, I will press on publish. Give it some seconds and it will be published. And the heavier the chatbot, the more time it will take to be published. So it's fine if it takes some minutes. Okay, let's give it some time in order to finish it because that is the last step in our this exercise before we move to the next one. I would like to see it published on a website. Just give it some time and we'll get back to that. Okay. Now I will close everything that we are done with. Okay. And now I'm going to show you how to create an AI model that can read, for example, from some invoices that we have. Let me just give you the scenario I'm thinking about. Of course, I want to just tell you something that we are going or you are going to create your own projects. What we have done in these 2 practice days is just going over the overall of the technologies you can use. You might go with different solutions. Okay, this is up to you and up to the solution you are going to be working on. Later, I'm going to show you some things related to Azure machine learning. But if you are sticking to another solutions within the Microsoft family, it's up to you. So just take what I have explained within these 2 days as a roadmap for your applications. Else you can go with other solutions. What I'm going now is to train. I'm going now to train an AI model. I will show you the steps of training. This AI model will be able to read information from invoices. Imagine that we are now in the Department of Finance and the clinic, and let's say we have hundreds of thousands of invoices coming from different years, and we need to just have like a way to read the name of the client or the supplier and the date and the total amount coming from these invoices. And as I told you, we have thousands and thousands of invoices. You might use what I'm talking about in different solution or in different approach, but what I'm showing you is the way to deal with something like that. So what I'm going to do now, I will go to the home. Let me just wait for this. Let me until it is done while I'm just explaining the AI hub solution or the AI model we are going to work with. So until now, please, please, please let me know your satisfaction about what was going. Was everything clear? Are you satisfied? Please let me know about that. Am I clear in my explanation? Do you have anything not so clear for you? Okay, that's great. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. And Jamil. Okay, now what I'm going to do, thank you, everyone. What I'm going to do now is to create what is called an AI hub solution or an AI model. Now, if you go to the folder that you have downloaded, you can see that we have a folder that contains 10 invoices. What I'm going to do here is to create an AI model that can extract information from a document. This document, which is the invoice that I was talking about. So if you go here, you can see the models. You can extract information from invoices, from models, from whatever, from documents, as you can see here. Okay, or you can create information coming from models. Why am I selecting this? Because this one includes a lot of fields, so I have to clean up. So what I'm going to select is extract information from documents. This is easier to work with because it doesn't have a lot of things to clean. So I will go with create a custom model. The steps are understand the main steps. Okay. The steps are to just ingest information, then train the model. After that, tag. What do you do in the training? You tag the information you want the AI to extract from the documents. After you support these documents to that model, of course, we are going to support more than 5 or 10 samples, but the minimum is 5 samples to do the demonstration here. But if you need to have an accurate result, you would need to do a bit of effort on the training, because the training will be built, or the results of the training will be built on the training or the data you give or you ingest to the model. So the more samples you give, the more accurate model or the more accurate results you will get from your model. So I will go with selecting fixed template document for this exercise. Okay, here I select the fixed template document. Let me just explain to you. If you have different documents, all these documents are titled invoices, but they differ in the composition. I mean, in the shape, or where this field is, or where that field is. So you would go with also fixed template, but add different collections. I will go with one collection or with one type of information. But if you need to add different types of documents, you would do the step I'm going to show to you multiple times. So I have one collection of documents because all the, let me show you the data set I sent to you. If you can, please open the data set that I sent to you, which is called the invoices. Make sure that you can access it, please. You have the invoices. I will show you that this is the same data set you have downloaded. All the invoices here have the same design. I'm not talking about different designs. Okay, this is done. I will see it later. Okay, but it is done. So all the invoices I'm going to use have the same design. What I'm going to do is select this and we'll go with next. Now I need to select the information I want to extract. From these invoices that I have shown to you, let me show you again the invoice. I need to extract only 3 things just for the matter of our demonstration. I would need to select the name of the seller or the client, and also the date and the sum of or the total of this invoice. So I have three fields I need to train the model to read from this invoice. I will go back here. I will select the information to extract. Then I selected the name, I selected the date, and I selected the total. Well, the first field I want to add is a text field which will contain the name. I will give it client name. Done. I will add another one for the date. I will select a date field next. I will call it invoice date. If I need to change, I would see the invoice, how is it built? The date is, where is the date? It's day, month, year. So I would go with day, month, year. I will go and OK. And then finally, I will add one last text field, which is called the total. I will call it the invoice total. Are you with me until now before I move to the next step? Okay. Now I'll press on next. Here it's asking for a collection of documents. These are the documents that I am going to do the teaching for the system. I will go to teach the artificial intelligence how to extract and what to extract from the documents. So I will select a new collection and I will add the documents that I want. Here I have the documents on my computer also. I will select add again. I will select a new collection and will press on the plus. And here I will go to add documents from my device and will go to the place where my documents are downloaded. I have datasets folder that includes a lot of data things, and I will go with invoices and I will give it just the minimum number, which is 5. These are 5 samples I want to train the model on. I will press on open. These are the invoices that I want, and I will tell it to upload these documents. Now I have uploaded the documents. What I need after that is to tag the data. So tell the model, this data means that, or let me show that to you particularly or practically. Press on the next. As you can see here, I have 1 of 5 documents, and I will need to tag the information that I want. The client name, the invoice total, and the invoice date for each of these 5 documents. So the first thing I'm going to do is to select the client selecting, hovering the mouse over it, and I will select this is the client name. The invoice total, let me go here and I will press on select these numbers, and this is the invoice total. One more field that I need to add is the date, and this is the invoice date. So the first one is done. It's okay. I will do the same for all the information. This is the date. This is the client. And oops, it's month day. Okay. We'll expect to have a failure. I don't know. How did I see it a day month here? Anyway, invoice total. Let me just make sure that I took all. Okay. And invoice total. Now it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see the result. Don't worry. Next, I will go again with the date. This is the date. This is the client name. And the last one is the invoice total, and this is the invoice total. Now, number 4, as you can see, this is the effort we do in order to train a system. We are here working with only 5 samples, which is very easy. But imagine when you have a big data set that you need to do. This is like taking some time because we are doing it visually or through the graphical user interface. When we approach this solution from Azure, we'll be talking or dealing with another way of machine learning, okay, or training. This is, again, the invoice date, and this is the client name. I didn't select it well. I will do it now, the client name, and then I will go with the total, and this is the invoice total. Now all my documents are with a correct check mark, and I will now press on the next. I will ask it now if everything is fine. I have samples of everything. I will press on the train and give it some time while I show you. Now it's a training, okay? Give it some time and we'll get back to it to see the results. And during that time, let me ask you, how am I going to test the results of the training? Think about that while I am just demonstrating to you here after the chatbot is published. I want to see it on a website. I can press here and go to demo website. This is my agent, okay? I can ask the same questions that I was asking before. Okay, how can I take care of my heart health? This is a new question. Okay, just give it 1 second or some minutes in order to work. Let's test another question, doctors, names. Okay, if you encounter such a problem, all you need to do is to close the demo, then again publish the website again, because as you know, it needs some time to train or to be ready. And here it has given me one risk already. What is that risk? It needs authentication, but I don't want it to be authenticated for now. Let me just see the authentication here. No authentication. Yes, I don't want it to be authenticated, but let me try this one, please. Okay, authentication is done, but with authentication, it will not be able to go to website. I will do it again with the settings and security. Authentication, no authentication, save. Save. We'll get back to you after you publish again. We'll go to the model and test it because we have seen this one already. Publish again, and we'll go to our model. This is the success rate of our model. Our model is like 86% successful. May I ask you, if we have such results and we want to enhance these results, what should we do? Do you have any suggestions related to that? Anything, any ideas? Train the model more. Excellent. This is the perfect answer. Thank you, Jamil. So I have such a result. What I would need to do, I would need to just retrain the model again. I would go with edit the model and press on just adding more documents and tagging more information. But if I need to test this form, what I need to do is quick test, and I would upload a file that is from the documents that I have that are similar, but not the documents that I trained on, different documents, and we'll press on open. and we'll see the analysis or the result coming from there. Okay, as you can see, let me enlarge the screen for you. It is working successfully. It detected the date, the client name, and the total amount of the file I gave it to. I will just select another one and maybe select one number 107, open. It should be giving me results. Okay. I will enlarge it to see. Okay, this is, as you can, if you press on here, it will be enlarging it. So I guess my training is good or maybe very good. Now my training is done. I am satisfied with that. What I need to do now is to share this model, enter a name if I want to share it with someone. And all I need to do after that is to publish it so I can see it on other Microsoft portals, and the portal I'm working or talking about, which is the Power Apps, where I want to add it to my application. Your model is published now. How can I make sure that my model is published? All I need to do is to go to make.powerapps.com, and I will open the application that I have created. I will open it, of course, in edit mode. I will try to finish in order to give you like 5 minutes for questions, but just let me show you the final step. Okay, this is the application that I have created with you last time. We have added doctors, we have added patients, we have added whatever we want. We can just simply here add another screen. Okay, I will call it invoice data extract. Okay, now it's ready. I need to add the AI model into here. What I'm going to do is to press on data. This is the data, and I will look for the data that I want. I can add data. I press here. If you can see, I can add data from dataverses. I can add data from connectors, and here I can see the AI models that I have. See all models. Okay, invoice processing. This is the model that we have created. Okay, it is now added here. Here I will be adding a form to put it in it. And now I added the connection for that data. I will go again here, the tree view, and then I will go to data to make sure that my model is here. Then all I need to do is to insert a form or insert anything that I will put this. I will link this AI model that I have created to. Okay, you might select a form, you might select adding it into another table or whatever you want. And this is what we have to do with all these steps. Now let me just answer. If you have any questions, please let me know. We have already done today the 3 steps. We have created a Power BI, we have created a chatbot, and we have created an AI model. Please let me just make you aware of one important thing. I will say it again. What we have done are the general steps for doing this, or the major steps that we need to follow in order to fulfill these tasks. But of course, when you start doing that on your customized applications, on your customized solutions, you might be facing uh, new challenges, let me call them challenges, but you can overcome them easily because now you have all the resources or all the backup information that you want. I want to thank you for this lovely experience. And if you have any questions, please let me know before I say goodbye. If Elsie is here or Ammar and you need to add anything, please let us know. Thank you all.
Please don't forget to fill the attendance. It will close at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Elsie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zaid. And this is a big heart from me to all of you.